What up, everybody? It is your boy Baddog here with another New York Giants video. As always, thank you for taking time to click on the video. Do me a favor, click the thumbs up. It helps me out big. Don't forget to hit the new hype button for whatever the hell that does, but it can't hurt. You guys have been killing the hype button, which I appreciate it. And if you like the content, consider subscribing. All of it's free, costs nothing. And yeah, all that good gravy. Want to give a big shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring today's video. Guys, check out Sleeper. It's the fastest growing sports app in the world right now. You can do a lot of fun things. It's pretty much just picking over under player stats. You can do it within 30 seconds. It's $1 minimum to enter. You can play fantasy, daily fantasy, WNBA, NBA, college football, college basketball, all kinds of good stuff. If you have a player get injured, they void it. You can win up to 1,000 times your money. Check it out to test your football knowledge. It's great. If you're going to do it, make sure you click the link in the description. Enter that promo code BADDOG, B-A-D-D-O-G. Get a 100% match deposit bonus on your first deposit, all the way up to $100 in bonus cash. Terms and conditions apply. Thank you, Sleeper, for sponsoring the video. Choked up here. Yeah, I wasn't even planning on doing a video today. But my co-host, one of my co-hosts on Giants Collective, Adriana, shared something with the group, and I wanted to speak on it. I don't understand what the deal is with Brian Daboll, man. I don't get it. This is a guy I've stuck up for 3 years. I thought Daboll was the answer. I thought he was a good coach. I thought it was Daniel Jones. I thought it was this. I thought it was that. It turns out it's Brian Daboll. He's just a fucking idiot. He's got to be fired. I don't know what goes on in the locker room. Obviously, I'm not in there. I don't deal with the players, but I listen to the things they say. I see their attitude. Of course, winning changes things, and we don't win. We saw a lot of fun being had in training camp, and now that they're 0-3, back to reality. You know, they're not on cloud nine anymore. But Brian Daboll does a lot of really dumb shit, and this is one of the dumbest things. And I don't think he does this. He doesn't do this just to the media and the fans. If you want to be secretive about this shit with the fans and the media, you don't want your opponents to know, it's one thing. But when you're dealing with your players, it's another. Now, I forgot they did this before where somebody found out they were cut on social media. Oh, no, that was the Yankees. I'm sorry. The Yankees did that shit. It wasn't the Giants that did that. That was the Yankees. But I digress. I want to share this from Art Stapleton. This is how Cam Scatterboot found out about Jackson Dart being the starter. It says Cam Scatterboot. I mean, you can read it, but let's read it together. Cam Scatterboot is Jackson Dart's locker neighbor, and they've gotten close the past 4 months. How did Cam find out about Dart becoming QB1? Social media, just like you. He told me. Saw the pic, saw the news, made a call. Simple as that. We'll bring our best for him. Is there a reason Brian Daboll don't share this shit with the locker room? Is there a reason Brian Daboll doesn't address his team? Is there a reason that he's so secretive and so distant? No wonder this freaking locker room's all fucked up. No wonder these players perform well when they go in different places, when they go to different organizations. This is a terribly run organization. And it's from top to bottom because John Mara never hires the right guys. I was all about Brian Daboll. It's just like that, man. You have that honeymoon phase with the coach. I loved it. McAdoo the first year, they went to the postseason. Next year's garbage. I never liked Pat Shurmur. I never liked that hire, so I can't say anything about Pat Shurmur. I like Joe Judge the first year, second year, totally off of him. Obviously, Brian Daboll winning a playoff game made me very happy with Brian Daboll. Got a really good year out of Daniel Jones. I thought Brian Daboll was the answer, and then he's gone completely backwards ever since because he's arrogant. You can't tell Brian Daboll anything. The guy's stubborn as shit. He doesn't want to hear from anybody else. This is why he's going through multitudes of coordinators and linemen and everything else, man. He doesn't know how to run a team. It's one thing to have a game plan. It's another thing to execute the game plan, but it's another thing to be a manager of men. And head coaches have to be able to manage men. Like they need to have a good rapport with their players. And I don't think he has that. I think he's extremely arrogant. I feel like he can't tell him anything. He knows everything. He obviously knows everything. And he's just very, we got to look at it. We got to look at it. And like I said, it's one thing to be secretive about injuries and not give anything to the media and not give it. It gets tiring after a while, especially when you're a shit team like we are. Bro, Daboll, you're not fooling anybody, man. It doesn't matter who plays in this team. We know you're going to get out coached. We know Coffey's going to call stupid plays in the red zone. We know Shane Bowen's going to fuck it up when the defense needs to make a stop, call that soft zone. We know you're not going to come up with a big turnover. We know you're not going to come up with a big first down. We know you ain't going to score any points when you get inside the 20. We all know it. You don't need to be secretive. Just come out and go, we blow. Just do it because you suck. I cannot believe that Cam Scatterbo would find out that Jackson Dart is a starter through social media. That should never happen. I understand social media is very prevalent. You do get a lot of news on social media. I understand that. But when you're going to make that change, and this is a big change, you're going from a Hall of Famer, a veteran quarterback. You brought him in here to be the quarterback for the year. You gave him 3 games. You decided to bench him after he had a big. And listen, Russ didn't play well against Kansas City. He didn't. He played terribly. I mean, let's just be honest. And Russ is at the back end of his career. And it didn't work out. And I get that. Fine. But if you're going to make this decision before this gets out anywhere, before you tell anybody else, you should be having a closed door meeting with your team. And you should be saying to them, listen, guys, we're off to a bad start here. We're going to go in a different direction at quarterback, appreciate Russ's effort. It's just, we're going to try to go in a different direction. We're just not winning any games. They're going to try to give us a little bit of a spark. We're going to start the kid and we're going to go forward from there. And we're going to try to change things. We're going to try to win some games. We got to try something different because what we're doing isn't working. That's that simple. Address your team. What, is he too good to address his team? Like, how do players find out from social media before they find out from their organization? It's just everything this guy does pisses me off. Everything the Giants do pisses me off. Everything the Giants do is so ass backwards all the time. It's just every time you think they can't do something more stupid, they do it. It's almost like they try to embarrass themselves. I've never seen such a dysfunctional organization in my life. Not even Isaiah Thomas's Knicks were this bad. And they had some shit. I remember Eddie Curry and Nate Robertson getting in a fight in the shower over like $100 bet or some shit. And the Knicks were just terrible when Isaiah Thomas was there. They're horrible. But God almighty, I don't even think it was this bad. I'm on social media a lot. I'm on Twitter, obviously. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should. Really, I'm getting a lot of followers on Twitter, almost at 11,000, which is awesome. I appreciate that. And you should subscribe to this channel, all that good stuff, because I do like to talk about the Giants. I wish I could talk well about them, but I can't. So I know that the fan base is extremely frustrated, and I know the players are frustrated, and I know the media is frustrated, and this has a lot to do with the way the organizations are. It's just a poorly run organization. There's nothing you can do about it. That's what's so frustrating. It hasn't changed in 8 years. Everything else has changed. The names have changed. The results remain the same. The things that haven't changed is that front office. And that's got to change. You got to gut that shit. You got to gut the front office completely, man. You got to get rid of your friends and family, John Mara. You need to hire a president of operations to run the day-to-day football operations there. And you need to sit back and just sign the checks, bro. Because whatever the hell you're doing ain't fucking working. And it just gets more and more and more embarrassing. And from what I understand, there's going to be a nice plane with a banner flying over it on Sunday. And I think that every freaking home game, that shit should be saying, sell the team, fire Chris Mara, gut this team's ass, you're an embarrassment, whatever. People should show up at the games with the paper bags in their head. But you wonder why the Giants have no home field advantage anymore. It's because people don't want to watch this shit. People buy the season tickets, and then by week 4, they've checked out because you're 0-4 and the season's fucking over and you're garbage and you suck and everything's expensive. And people that pay all the thousands of dollars for those season tickets and those PSLs don't want to pay that. They're not getting their money's worth on this product. This product sucks. So when you buy a product from a store and you're like, this is garbage, man, I'm returning this. This thing doesn't work the way it's supposed to. They give you your money back. Well, you know what? That's what these fans are doing. They're like, I paid all this money for this shit. Nah, screw that. Give me some of my money back. Let a team, let fans of another team go in there, go root for their team that's going to beat the shit out of our team. If it's the Chiefs, if it's the Eagles, if it's the Cowboys, if it's the Chargers, if it's the Packers, whoever it is, the Steelers, whatever. Here, take my tickets. Go root for your team because you guys are going to win. It's worth it to you to pay the money to go watch and beat up on the Giants. It ain't worth it to me to go watch the damn team get its ass whooped. Although I'm going to be there for one of those games. I've been there in 6 years, and I just want to go. And they fucking fooled me anyway. I thought they'd be better this year, and they're not. Now I've bit the bullet, and now I'm just going to go to the game. And I'll just hang out in the parking lot, and I'll have fun, and I'll have more fun tailgating than I will during the game, and that's fine. It's part of the experience for me. But I just can't believe that Cam Scadaboo would find out this way. How many other players have found out this way? Why is there no communication in that locker room at all? How do you not let your players know what the hell is going on? It makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. And I'm really sick of Brian Daboll, and I don't think he gets through the year, man. I don't think he gets through the year. This dude is hanging on by a thread. And I'm not putting any added pressure on Jackson Dart. If Jackson Dart plays great, awesome. And I hope he does. I hope Jackson Dart comes in there and kills it. And we upset Los Angeles. Then we go into New Orleans and we beat their ass. And then we find a way to win one of those 3 games with Philly and Denver. Maybe 2. I would love that. I want nothing more than for that to happen. But what are the odds of that happening? Not good. So if Jackson Dart gets off to a rough start, and this Chargers team is no joke, that's tough. He should beat the Saints. But say you lose the Chargers. Say you find a way to lose to the Saints. We don't play well in New Orleans. Then you're looking at Philly at Denver at Philly. That you could be literally 0-8. And at that point, Brian Daboll's gone. It don't matter. Anthony made a great point on Giants Collective last night. If Jackson Dart's really good, then whoever the new coach is, why wouldn't you want him to have a better coach than Daboll? If Jackson Dart's the goods and Jackson Dart's really talented, why wouldn't you bring in a better coach to coach him? Brian Daboll don't need to be here to hold Jackson Dart's hand. Brian Daboll needs to get the fuck out of here. See this back here? It's right there, the Hudson River. I want to see him swimming in the Hudson River with a pair of cement shoes, just like Joe Judge. Same shit. I want him out of here. I can't believe this is how Cam Scadaboo found out about Jackson Dart starting. Anyway, that's all I got in this video. As always, if you made it this far, I really appreciate you watching. Like it, subscribe, share it out. See you tomorrow for Giants Collective. And let's go Giants, I guess. I'm out. Fuck you, Brian Daboll.